Hey guys, and welcome back to Conquest Reforged. Whip here, and today we are back here in Conquest Reforged. We're going to be checking out these little 5x5-ish interiors to give you guys some inspiration, things like that. These were all prepared by one of our other judges who's recently rejoined the Conquest community after having kind of like an inspiration block for quite a while. Her name is Fern. You guys will see her around in the Discord. She's always hanging out, talking with people and figuring out what the heck is going on, just trying to have some fun and see a bunch of different stuff. She went ahead and prepared all these for me to kind of show off to you guys. We can go ahead and check through them. She did some of the exteriors on them, but we're pretty much going to ignore that and just go straight inside the builds. Granted, the reason why I said 5x5-ish is she's been not feeling too great recently and has had a little bit like the sick brain and just little mishaps here and there. So you'll find some of these are actually might be like 5x6 or something like that. But regardless, it's still a cool way to get some inspiration going. So we're starting off here with this cool desert plot type thing. And you can see this is our first level. And she took it down one. So that brings the whole roof from being able to go up to the very tippy top down one whole block basically. So there's a little bit different way of the space working and having the door coming from an upper level leading down. This is very true to the style of this type of architecture where you want to be close to the ground because that's cooler, or during the cold winter nights it's warmer than the cold air is blowing around or whatever during the desert, because deserts are really hot during the day and freezing cold at night. So that's kind of what this one's about. You can see here there's a story of they're just trying to make their food for the night. They have all their goods around here. It's just people living together. They looks like a family of one, probably just one person in here. They got some goods over there. What the hell? Whisker basket of cocoa slabs? There's slabs? I didn't even know those were slabs. But yeah, using a lot of these new Conquest Reforged models. This one has a lot of interesting things. Also true to the region is tobacco, so there's some tobacco hanging up in here. Different types of filing cabinets using their trapdoor versions, just trying to get that stuff all working out good and solid there. Just really trying to get a bunch of shape here. And the reason why I said 5x5-ish, on this one you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is technically what should be the wall, but there's a fireplace built into it. So you could realistically easily move this forward one, move all that forward one, and probably move that chair back, and it would look totally fine, and that beam would basically just be the wall there instead, and it would work out really fine. But these are really cool builds as far as what I'm concerned, and I think it'd be really interesting for you guys to get some inspiration from these. Before we stick on this guy for too long, let's head over to the next one. All right, starting off our next build in this little inspiration mini series or mini episode is a fortune teller's shack. So you're coming inside, it's very spooky, creepy, using that sphere, the palantir from Lord of the Rings that like all the people can like look through and everything. So using that as some sort of magical ornament here. This is very open concept theme, but you can see over here, this is like where the fortune teller would be sitting. We got some candles dotted around the place. We got some big paintings up here, fortune telling books, and this was really telling a story in here, kind of using all these different types of curtains and things like that, just trying to create a really cool atmosphere going on. I thought it was a very interesting way of using a small interior here. Not a lot of people have done this before, even because these are all the vines here hanging up. She's went ahead and hid, if we can get over this thing, there we go, some stuff back here behind them, which actually still is working in that space, because this is our 5th block, but it almost becomes like a smaller room with a little back area by just simply storing more scrolls and things back here. It's pretty cool, and then some coins and whatnot, and then here making a mysterious back room where this place looks like it would go on forever, but it's actually just a black wall here with some black hardened clay as your wall block, and then putting these vines in front of it, these curtains in front of it, really helps everything kind of come together, bring it all in there, and really round out this build and make it seem a lot larger than it actually is. Very simple, but it has its purpose, and it does the purpose extremely well, and we're going right through the wall there. So yeah, this has been another one, and let's move on to the next. All right, here is one that's completely different than anything I've seen thus far in all the submissions I've gotten, and I think this is a really, really awesome idea. Granted, this one also might be a little 5x6 action going on, but we're not going to be talking about that right here, so it's okay. But anyways, this right here is a torn down house. Granted, yes, we did say interiors, but this is still an interior. and it's just the roof caved in. It's different. This is very unique. This is something that I'm really looking forward to seeing from submissions you guys send in, is having that really unique idea behind it. Because this very much could have been something where there was a whole family here, then a storm came through and destroyed the house. But in this case right here, somebody decided to hang themselves in their mountain home, and so they are passed away here, and then it's just been the house rotting and decaying over time. The roof caved in during the winter, all the icicles are forming inside, trees are starting to grow out of this area itself. There's an owl on top who's kind of taken up residence here in the building, and just shrubs and things are starting to grow all over the place. This, I feel like, is something I would find walking around in Skyrim. I don't know about you guys, but this right here just really speaks to me as something that you would find just walking around in the environment of Skyrim. Just a broken house right there on the side, frozen over, all this cool loot inside, and all these chests and drawers and all these different types of things. There's even a bed to sleep in, and you probably find a few apples inside that chest, because there'd be fresh apples in a chest here for years and years in Skyrim. But yeah, so this is just kind of another cool idea here that you guys can really take some inspiration from. I know we're not moving around a whole lot. I kind of want to do this in like a screenshot-ish format where it's a video but not direct screenshots, so we can still walk around and see the things, but trying to get different angles to give you guys ideas on how to send those in here as well. Because like this, you can even do something like way up here. Granted, there are some exterior things back here, but we're not even going to check those out. We're mostly focusing on exactly what is in this square. Now we can go ahead and move on to the next one. So this guy right here is very different from, again, a lot of things I've seen so far. That's kind of what this whole episode's about. We keep saying that. It's probably going to keep being said. Anyways, this one here is a jail, and it is very, very cool. You can see here, this is like the front area where the guards would hang out. Let's close that door behind us, get a little bit more of the immersion in here. So the guards would be sitting out here, playing their games, drinking their beer, watching over all the inmates that are in these two stalls right here. They've got their little bucket there to take care of their things. Got some different chains and stuff. Nice little bed right down there with just some straw on the ground. This isn't a place where you probably want to be hanging out. The guards even have like their coats and keys. There's a key ring right there on that if you can see it. I can't zoom right now. That's super cool. Yep, that's why, because it's that thing. Oh, that's zoom. Keys. Keys. Very much keys. Anyways, so this thing right here is pretty cool, using a lot of different blocks. What is this block? Ruined stone brick stairs. Interesting. But yeah, so you can see there's just a lot of detail that went into this one. Very much, again, kind of makes me think of Skyrim. I know I said about the previous place, but this very much makes me think of Skyrim in the way that it's set up, using all these just different shapes and things to create a cool little jail cell in here. I guess this almost more reminds me of Oblivion, how you start out in Oblivion. Apparently I need to go back and replay Elder Scrolls because I keep talking about them. But yeah, this has just been another real simple one right here. It has its clear divine purpose behind it, and everything looks pretty legit. It all makes sense for what's in here. So let's go ahead and move on to our fifth and final one here, and I'll see you guys over there. So here we are at the final one. It is a bakery, as you guys can see right here. But this one I like because it has a second floor on it, in theory, but because of the height limit, it's still only in this base floor. I really like this one because it uses the staircase right here as a way of showing that the build continues on from where it is right here alone. Like, the build itself can only be in the 5x5x5 area, but the staircase here shows that this would be sitting in like a city or something like that would continue on to another area, but there's nothing to see here because it's over the height limit, so that really doesn't matter up there. But you can see here this cool little bakery. We got all of our goods hidden down under there, under the staircase. Again, having another purpose for the staircase being here. Some more coats hanging up because it's the new block. Everybody's got to be using it. Got some bread sitting over here cooling. This iron shovel right here is what would be used to pull the bread in and out of the oven back there. And here's a nice little window that can open up to cool off a lot of bread. Different things like that. A little area right here to store some, like a chest or something right down in there. You know, this bad boy. Can you open these? No, you cannot. You cannot open the chest. Noted. But yeah, there's a lot of different places. You got some cool little detail bits right here with the clothes, or not the clothesline, the flags hanging, just trying to get some people attracted into your little bakery. Come in here, look at my cool flags, come by my baked goods and everything. It's a really cool place in here. All the materials are here that you need. It's got a timer right there for how long the bread will be sitting in the oven. This one, granted, is a little bit more than 5x5 with how deep that oven is. So that's something you guys got to be careful. Technically, that guy doesn't work, but we're still going to walk through and just kind of show it off just because of where it's all at and whatnot. But yeah, overall, I really like how these builds have turned out, and I really hope you guys get some inspiration from these. Here was just a bunch of different options that you guys can check out for little 5x5x5-ish builds, things that you can look into when you guys are doing your own contest plot entries. And there's a lot of stuff going on. Also, now that it's raining, here's something cool you can also use in your screenshots, because rain changes how things look interior and exterior. You can see it's a little bit more cloudy in here, giving a little bit more of an atmospheric feel. Feel free to use that in the screenshots you're sending me. Use whatever you can, but it's got to just stay in that area. But guys, I do hope you all have enjoyed this episode. Please hit that like button if you did enjoy. Hit that subscribe button if you really loved it. And let me know in the comments below what you guys think about these. If you guys are still working on your builds, if you found this video helpful in creating new builds, inspire you to make something, that's always nice to hear. But as always, guys, I will see you in the next episode.